So today I updated my priority list and kind of, the thought before today was update my priority list once a month but I think, you know, um updating my priority list is gonna just have to be on a need basis. And so yeah, um pretty much what you see is I updated my priority list and I knocked off what was education, fitness, and sobriety. Now, the reason I did that is because I established myself with a workout system that works for me with my schedule. So I applied that into my calendar, so it's all in place for the days that I got to set up for. Sobriety as well, I implemented that into my schedule as well on a need to be basis and where it needs to be, which is Fridays. I implemented, like an AA meeting, and as I work my way into that, get myself a sponsor and get myself a sobriety group and things. So, I'm satisfied with what I got with that. Now, education, there's certain barriers, you know, like with taking some classes. I can't just jump into the semester at this point, so I have to wait for next semester. But there's other things that I still could be doing, which would be watching tutorials on YouTube and things like that. But I'm not satisfied with my education priority, with my priority on education and where it's at. But um, something that I have to continue to work on and work into, and I was just kind of debating you know, what I can actually remove at the moment so I can continue to work on my education aspect of things. And I think once I figure out a system to implement into my schedule, then I think that would work so I can remove that from my priority list on my weekly priority list. But nonetheless, I'm gonna implement this on a monthly basis. So, I'll just input that on one day out of the month, every month, and consistently just come back to that, see how I'm doing and whatnot. But it's not gonna be on a week to week thing because I don't figure out. See, I figured out the system that works for me. And but yeah, that's just that's the idea is I didn't know I was gonna, come to, figure out as much as I already did, but it's working so far. I'm working on my schedule. I'm implementing things into my schedule, things that work for me. And as you can see, in my spiritual aspect, I've already implemented things into my schedule. I also, I go to service on Sundays. And then I also am currently working on a prayer room. But I mean definitely, it's something that I'm working on. As you can see, I'm still figuring that out. Come up with a schedule. A schedule that will work with everything else. And parenting, it's always, a work of art. Just there's always work that could go into that. And health, dental, vision, etc. Something I need to work into, get myself into the doctor's appointments, and start scheduling, making sure that I'm following through with my health aspect of living, hygiene, skincare. I need to come up with a system when it comes to that as well. my business, entrepreneur and trades, ideas, it's something that I need to come up with a system as well. And so I'm not there all the way yet, but that's what this is for. Just on a weekly basis, just continue to work my way back and forward, step by step. And up until I kind of figure out a system to work my way into, curriculum, a schedule, money management, you know. I set that up for Fridays, because normally everybody gets paid Friday, so it's always a good thing to, just break everything down, budget down and things like that, and make sure that I'm not spending more than I need to be spending. And nutrition, meal prepping, kind of get the idea, really dig deep into, how I need to be grocery shopping, spending, and but so yeah, I created a schedule for sobriety and fitness that works for me. That's why I removed it from my weekly priority list that I review, and come back to. And like I said, I haven't created a schedule for my education, which I'm not satisfied with. I'm not happy with that, and I don't think I was ready to remove that. But you know, I'd be happy with my health, hygiene, and money or nutrition that I implemented. You know, my education doesn't take too much work to figure out. Um, I already got some sort of structure. I just gotta find out, see how I can implement that to my weekly schedule and figure out, see what works so I continue to work my way into what's the aspect of education. And so, I was just stuck in between business and education, you know, but they all carry some weight. They both carry some weight. So, you know, I don't know. But this is just basically just my update on where I'm at with that. And today my review is on money management. So I would have to just, you know, take count of what I actually have to work with right now, which is pretty much nothing, but all my bills are paid and so forth. So, I can't really be too worried about that. It's always good to have extra money, but that's why, getting this part down is critical and would be really good. But I mean, I don't think there's anything else, other than that education part. And I don't know, it's weighing down on me, and I really don't feel comfortable with just leaving that behind. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to take a step back and decide like this I can't remove. Uh this I really don't want to remove. Um I would really like to just work on that, and I need to work on that. So as you can see, I can't remove, pretty much any of it. I mean, I know I mentioned, spiritual number one, you know, but it's not to say, I mean, I have a schedule figured out, but not necessarily exactly where I would like it to be. My spiritual, my prayer room, I still don't have a schedule to where I'm just set up that I know like at that time precisely is when I, you know, take my time to pray and meditate and really reflect back on life in itself. So I need to leave that there. And well, parenting, I'm taking my classes and I have the recreational time, but there's still growth that I can, work on when it comes to that. So, and business, what can I say about that? I mean, that's critical and important in itself. I can't just leave that behind. I'm not where. But education, I guess, what's more important. Education is important, parenting is important, spiritual is important, business is important, money is important, hygiene is important, health is important, nutrition, 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 nutrition. Nutrition and meal prepping would be really nice, but there's nothing I can say, when it comes to comparison between my education and nutrition. So I think I'm gonna just bring that back and put education under, Saturdays, and maybe worry about meal prepping when it's when I figure out what it is with my education aspect. So education consists of, I got to the point where a drafter's certificate is what I need, but I need to continue to work into my contractor's license, and with, watching tutorials. Watching tutorials. So yeah, I'm a little more satisfied, but at least I know nutrition is partially what's next on the list. Well, I mean, now you guys get to see what I have to deal with, how I kind of like wait things out, figure things out, put a lot of thought into the situation and make sure that I'm not, you know, leaving things out. But anyhow, this is my review for my priorities for, February 21st, 2020. It's Friday, and I will just you know, come back to that money aspect for Friday.